What's up everybody, welcome back to Switchcraft, and it's a great day to be a gamer. Today, I wanted to take a break from hot takes and talk about the opposite of the thumb-bruising games like Mega Man 11 and the pulse-pounding action of a game like Doom, and instead go over the 5 most relaxing games on the Switch. These are games that can be played at any time, allow for breaks of days or even weeks, and just have a calming effect on you while you're playing them. So, if you have sore fingers or high blood pressure, here are some games you might consider checking out. Up first, we have Poi Explorers Edition. Suffering the fate of releasing too close to Super Mario Odyssey and not having as tight controls, Poi Explorers Edition is a 3D platformer that takes the edge off. Is it easy? Not at all. And it's also not a game you'll be able to tackle in one sitting or even in one weekend. Poi's charm lies in its simple and wonderfully colored and varying worlds. Its music is to match, and collectibles that don't require a Korok Seed-like strategy guide. The graphics aren't anything spectacular, and neither is the draw distance, but I put this game down for a week or two a couple of times before finally finishing it. But I never forgot about it. It grew on me. And after finishing 1 or 2 major releases, I always had the urge to come back to it. It's straightforward and provides you with a double jump mechanic that never makes you sweat. Even with all that said, I still don't feel like I've done this game justice. It's just one of those games you're going to have to pick up and experience for a few hours yourself. Up next, we have Mario Tennis Aces. Yeah, a sports game. And yeah, it's relaxing. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have the opportunity to play some pretty tough matches, and it has the potential to stress out even the hardiest of gamers, but that's up to you. Every new stage in the game has some sort of trick or mechanic required to make beating it a breeze. The graphics are so smooth and colorful that I played through to the next stage and the next stage just to be wowed by the beautiful environments. While I like them all, I found that the first few forest levels especially nice, and felt the mood was set perfectly. Just for fun, I came back more powerful just to destroy them again and again. And that progression system only adds to the satisfaction you feel every time you win a couple of matches and level up, getting a little faster, quicker, and stronger. One thing that you may not have even noticed playing through it was just how satisfying the sound is when you smash a ball with your racket. I could find a ton more uses for that sound effect in other games and in daily life. Just a side note, if you want to keep this game stress-free and satisfying, stay far away from any online matches. Third on the list, we have Kirby Star Allies, because it's a Kirby game. Need I say more? Yeah? Okay, fine. Kirby Star Allies is a 2.5D platformer that was actually one of my most hyped games of the year. Albeit before we found out about Smash, Mega Man 11, Starlink, Octopath Traveler. Regardless, I was looking forward to some Nintendo first-party IP big time. Star Allies disappointed some, but not me. I played through it relatively quick as it wasn't a really long game. I gotta say, it's not too crazy to pass through the whole thing without dying on your first playthrough. But what Kirby lacks in combat difficulty, it makes up for with mini puzzles, a capture mechanic, larger-than-life boss battles, and a post-game that'll keep you coming back for more. Graphics were middle of the road, and the 2.5D was done as well as you could expect, but not exactly a hardware pusher. You won't regret playing it though when Doom scares the crap out of you, or you just feel overwhelmed with how much there is to do, find, and explore in a game like Skyrim or something. Kirby Star Allies. If you like the occasional pink marshmallow, it's worth a look. Fourth up, and one of my favorite games on the Switch, period, is Stardew Valley. What can I say about Stardew Valley that hasn't already been said? If you haven't played it yet, it might be one of the most undervalued video games ever. The graphics are a soothing and nostalgic 16-bit lookalike. The music is like therapy, and the plot is almost non-existent. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I mean that in a good way. You inherit your grandfather's farm in the country, and decide to make the move to a slower pace of life and take it over. That's it. You don't actually have to do anything in this game. You don't even have to talk to anyone if you don't want to. You can think of it like Harvest Moon, but with more to do, and more primitive graphics. I said primitive, not bad graphics. For the 16-bit style, they're some of the best I've seen, and they strike the perfect balance between pixelation and detail. The game makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and while I only started playing it when it came out on the Switch, I already view it fondly, and I know it'll be one of my favorite for years to come. It's coming out on the iOS and Android, and I've already pre-ordered it. I just hope I can transfer my save file. But the craziest fact about this gem of a game is that the whole thing, graphics, dialogue, mechanics, even the music, were all made by just one guy. Thank you very much, Eric Concerned Ape Barone. You're a champ. The fifth and final most relaxing game in my list for the Switch is a game from a genre that you may not think would be here. It's the strategy-based RPG Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's crazy that a game that came out so recently is one that I'm already kind of nostalgic for. I think it's because it came out in the early days of the Switch and there weren't too many other game options. I was still enamored with the idea of taking games like this and Zelda on the go. Twice I missed my stop on the train thanks to Mario and Rabbids, and I had a hard time explaining that to my wife. But being turn-based, this game provides you with more than enough time between moves to set up your attacks just how you like. You never feel rushed, and apart from the final couple of battles, your time spent thinking actually rewards you. There are lots of real-time strategy games out there for a faster pace, but this one does everything right as a turn-based option. You unlock some crazy weapons and movement abilities, come across a huge variety of enemies and stages, and get to play as all of your favorite Mario and Donkey Kong characters, shooting guns, planting landmines, and launching bazookas. You can't help but smile when you play this game because of how beautiful it is. The mini puzzles traversing through levels are memorable and require a thinking cap. Thank you, Ubisoft, for making a game without microtransactions, with Donkey Kong and extra hard DLC, and for making the game that rounds out my list at number 5 for the most relaxing games on the Switch. How about you? What are some of your favorite chill games on the Switch? Let me know in the comments below, or if one of the games I mentioned really gets your blood boiling instead of just giving you a nice buzz. See you next time. It's a great day to be a gamer. Switchcraft out.